Well, good morning, everyone. We are now on the morning of the second day here in Yellowstone, and we are moving from the really non-private spot, which is right there, and there goes Uncle Jerry. We are going to go to another spot here in the campground, and Loop C is where it's at, and we're hoping that it'll be a little bit more, private, less trafficking right here. Getting to see people coming in and out all the time. And there's also a trail going right through the campsite, and people walk through it, and it's kind of like, it's not that we're against people or anything, it's just kind of like, meh. It was also really small, and every time we walked out the door, that step was a little bit difficult to maneuver. So we're gonna go up here now and dump the tanks, fill up with fresh water, check out, and then check back in so we can move to Loop C, and then after that we're headed to Glacier. All right, we've made it to our new campsite here in, what's the campground again? Bridge Bay. We're still in Bridge Bay, but we're in a much more, I would say, private, more open campsite.
It's a meadow-like looking campsite, but it's better than being right by the gate where people are constantly coming in and out.
Yeah.
Staring at your campsite.
Yeah. I'm very happy with this.
Yes.
It'll be nice for one more night.
Yeah. And it was an easy move in. We just pulled off to the side of the road, didn't even have to back in.
Yep.
Put the jacks up and we're set.
Mm-hmm. And it didn't take very much at all to get level.
It is June 23rd, the year 2020, the third day at Yellowstone. It's a beautiful day, so I decided to go out for a little drive and see what I could see. I went up the road a little bit and found Lahardy's Falls, or Lahardy's Rapids is the name of it. And it had a nice path and boardwalk and everything. And as I walked down the path, there was some men out in the water with nets and a crowd all around them. Well, they were rangers, and apparently they were getting samples of salmon or fish. And it was interesting to watch because they were catching them with their nets, and they were having quite a bit of success with it. They would catch them with their nets, take it back to a bucket where they had a measuring scale, and they would measure them. And then I'm not sure what they did with them after that. I don't know if they let them go or took them back to Forest Ranger Station or what. But they did that a couple of times. I just kind of stayed there and enjoyed looking at the rapids. It was kind of relaxing. And they had come back again, and the second time they were fishing, didn't have any success, and they kept going up, and they found this big boulder. Well, on the rapid side of the boulder, they would dig their nets in really deep and come up with several fish in their nets. Big, 2-foot salmon. And I think I saw one of them, hopefully we'll see it in the video, but one of them they put out and measured. I think that was a rainbow trout. Or it might have been a cutthroat trout, but the others were red enough that they had to have been salmon. And I think there was at least one trout in there, whether it was cutthroat or rainbow, I don't know. But it wound up being a very enjoyable afternoon, just going out to see what I could see. And I saw something interesting.
You want to tell them about the buffalo?
Oh, and before that, I was walking around the campground, and in a group of trees, there was a buffalo. Now, I didn't notice a buffalo. It was laying down, and I'd walked right past it, and I had heard something in the bush. Or rubbed the shrubs, and I turned and looked, and there was a buffalo like 2 feet from me, and it was laying down, and it wasn't worried about me. It's in the campground, so it's used to having people around, I guess. and then about 10 feet away from him was another buffalo. So, but it kind of startled me that I got that close to a buffalo, because they're pretty dangerous, actually. Vlog update. 2 days later, a 72-year-old woman was gored by a bison at this very campground. Saw buffalo, and then saw
some deer, right?
Some deer, and I'm not sure, they were not white-tailed deer. They didn't really even look like mule deer. I don't know what kind of deer they were, but one was with a pretty good rack of antlers, and the other one was without. It was a beautiful day to get out and walk, and young Aaron took a hearty, long nap. And then tomorrow it's off to Glacier National Park. Thank you all for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my nephew's YouTube channel.